What is going on, guys? Welcome to Callisto's live YouTube channel. This is a trade recap for a GBP JPY trade that I took earlier this week. I think this was on Monday. Yeah, Monday the 5th of December. I'm just going to break it down and go through, kind of what I was thinking when I was taking it, and as I was in the trade, what I was thinking, and we'll just go over a few things like that. So starting off, we can see, or you can see that if I just zoom out here so my camera's not blocking it. We can see what I was looking at, right, is price had this move up, right, this uptrend here, this short-term uptrend, right? We just go like this. We can see that this trend got broken with this level right here, right? So boom, if I just mark that out and just drag that across, we can see that this then became a key level in the market over the last week, right? We can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 rejections of this resistance level, and all that was a break of structure level in the uptrend, right? And this is the point in the market in which broke previous structure to the downside. Price retraced back up to those highs, rejected them, and then we saw that big sell-off, right? So that is why this level became so respected and tested so many times, right? And then of course we popped up and broke that late Friday night, for me anyway. So my idea on this trade, what I was thinking, right, is, so I saw this downtrend, right? So price started at this point forming this downtrend structure after this level got taken out, right? So we can clearly see here, if I just move this back, right, we have a high, we have lows, and then we have lower highs up here, right? And then we have lower lows potentially in here, right? In this level, lower lows right here, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, right? And then price came up and rejected this level, right? And then you got the overall trend where you could probably say that this would be the lows, these would be the lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, right? So at this point, we can clearly see that price is in a downtrend. And what I basically saw here for this trade on GJ was I counted this to be a lower high in that downtrend. And then also here you can see once price made that lower high right here, it came down. And what you would expect from that point is once price made a lower high in here, that it would continue down and make lower lows down here to break these lower lows, right? To continue that downtrend. But what happened was it made those lower highs and made a higher low here at this point. So there's the low, higher low, and then price continued up to break that lower high. And the way I figured that this was a lower high is that when price did break this, you can see the amount of rejection in here, right? There's 1, 2, 3 key rejections, right? Rejection wicks, boom, boom, boom. And then price started turning bullish and breaking those highs. So if price would have just broke straight through here, right, and not really paid much attention to this level, then obviously I wouldn't have taken this trade and I wouldn't have counted this as a lower high. But the fact that it broke above it, and then we saw price react to this level so much with this big rejection wick, right, another one and another one, and then price turn around, is the reason why I counted this level then as a lower high. And at that point in my mind, I was thinking, okay, the market is going to start breaking to the upside. Right now, we've got that break of structure, that bullish break of structure, breaking that bearish momentum to the downside, breaking that bearish structure, and then price continued to move up, right? So what I did was I entered a trade right here for a buy. I had a 70 pip stop loss just below this wick right here, right? So I entered as price started breaking up after these rejections. And I saw around about a 1 to 2 risk reward get hit, right? And then this is where this level started to come into right, we saw this level then start to get rejected, right? And at this point, this is where I got out at break even, right? So I had my stops, I moved my stops to around about 10 pips underneath my entry, right? Just to minimize risk, just to manage risk. And we can see price came down here, tapped it twice and started going up, and I was like, oh sweet, My stops didn't get hit. I'm still in the trade. Price is going to come in and hit this 1 to 3 now. But then it came back up, touched that level again, rejected, and then started coming down. And of course, that's when it hit my 10 pip, stop loss. And so I was out of the trade at that point, I think for around about, let me have a look. I think it was like a $30. Where is it? This one, GJ. Was it this one? Yeah, so around about a $15 loss all in all, right? I risked $200 and ended up only losing $15 from this trade, right? Because I was managing risk quite aggressively. So all in all, if I would have just let this trade run, right, I'd still be in profit. I would still be in the trade, sorry, and it would be in profit right now. And it would be very close to that 1 to 3, which is what happened here. This was after USD PPI news on Friday. We saw that big rejection down, and then price continued bullish. So overall, looking towards the future, and what I would learn from this trade is to potentially let it run, right? And if price comes down like this and I'm not too comfortable holding it, maybe extend this level across. And if price starts breaking below this level, maybe close half of my position. Or once price comes down again here twice, you know, maybe start managing risk then, like maybe closing half my position here as price starts closing in drawdown, and leaving the other half of the position open. Or what I've thought about doing was maybe just halving my stop loss. So moving my stop loss to around about 35 pips instead of 70 pips. So then if it does get hit, that would be a 0.5% loss and not a full 1% or 2% loss. So those, that's kind of my thoughts around this trade and what happened. Again, beautiful trade. My analysis was right. Just reading simple market structure. And I do have a video on this coming out very soon, how to read market structure more efficiently and easily, if that's a word. So I do have a video on that coming out soon if you want to look out for that. But this was just simple break of structure trade to the upside, and this kind of consolidation didn't really help. You know, this level ended up being like a god level, right? A Thor Avengers level right here that would just not let fucking price pass, like some Gandalf shit, you shall not pass type shit right here with this resistance. So eventually with news, with PPI news, like I said on USD, that did eventually break. So yeah, again, just to recap, it was a very good trade, almost a 1 to 2 right here. But for future reference and what I would learn from this trade is to, going forward, is to maybe just move my stop loss to half, right? So 70 pips, move it to 35 pips. And then if it does get hit, that is a 0.5% loss rather than a full 1% or 2% loss, right? So that's my thoughts on this. I'm still overall very happy with the trade. Usually it's very rare you'll get something like this consolidation when you enter these types of trades, because usually break of structure trades can just bonk straight up, of course, right? Because price is pulling back short term on the 1 hour, but obviously long term on the overall scale of things, as you can see, right? Downtrend, downtrend, downtrend. So this was like a short term, even though it would have been around about 210 pips, short term pullbacks on high time frames potentially, but on the lower time frames, break of structure to take that trade up. So if you have any questions about this, trade, please let me know in the comments. And like I said, I do have a how to read market structure video coming out, should be out tomorrow or Monday. So that is a gem. You should definitely look out for that and watch that. So if you haven't already, turn on the bell notifications and you'll get notified when I post that video, because that is very good free education that you're getting. That's took me quite a while, you know, to kind of figure out myself. And once I did figure it out, and once I did start to implement those things from that video, my trading kind of just changed for the good from that point. So yeah, this is the GJ. This was the only trade I took this week on GJ, and also I had a trade on gold, which was this one right here. Again, break of market structure, right? So you can see trending to the upside, big move down, right? And then price created a lower high at that point, right? So here's your higher lows from the uptrend point of view, right? Price in uptrend, higher lows, gets broken. You see the retest here, right? Continues down, and then you see price break that structure back to the upside, right? So this structure gets broken back to the upside. Price doesn't break previous lows through here, right? So it makes that lower high, comes down and doesn't break these previous lows and starts trending back to the upside. So once price broke up here, you can see the rejection of this level, right? Rejection, rejection, rejection. This was pre-New York, and I entered the trade right here. The stop was below there. But once price started pushing up here, again, I'd move my stops to break even, and then you can see this big wick down, right? And it hit those stops, hit those break even stops. So this was a no loss, no win trade. And I was basically going for, no, my stop was under the 1 hour candle there, sorry. So I think my stop was around about 30 pips. Sorry, I forget you have to do that on gold, 30 pips, right? And price, I was in like a 1 to 5 almost, 1 to 1.5, and then this wick just came all the way down, rejected, but I was at break even at that point, so it hit break even stops. But as you can see, price did continue up from there, right? For like a 1 to 5 again, 1 to 3, 1 to 5. So yeah, going forward, I need to figure out risk management. That was a good idea to move my stops to break into that point, because I would have got stopped out for a full position anyway, because you can see this wick came down, 1 hour wick, hit my stop loss, and then it continued up. But like I said, I did get out of break even, but then price did continue up. So maybe for the future, you know, I'm a bit more lenient with my stops, and maybe just put it under this structure right here, right? And then that's still, I can still almost, that would have been almost a 1 to 3 right there, right? And kind of just let that rock, because at that point, right, that sell off, right, price continued to fall lower, started breaking back up, and then obviously you can target these key areas over here for a retest in here maybe. So yeah, that was the gold. That was the only 2 trades I took this week. This gold one that was break even, and then the GJ one that was also break even with a small loss, as I moved my stops to not to break even, but to around about 10 pips below that. But yeah, this one was break even. So overall, it was an okay week. It was a bit of a choppy week. A lot of news this week, of course, that happened on USD. This was a very news-packed week last week, so that's why you saw those. You can see this was last week right here. Look at all this red folder news here on USD, just insane. Also Euro as well, a lot of news on Euro. So yeah, I'm happy to come out of that week with very, I think it was what, like a $20 loss or something like that, all in all. And I'm happy to come out of this week not taking any major losses with all the big news that happened. Tried my, followed my analysis, followed my trading plan and my strategy, and managed risk where I needed to. And yeah, overall, I'm very happy with this week. So yeah, let's see what happens next week. Do we have any news next week? Sorry, any major? I think we got some news on pound yen. Sorry, pound, not pound yen. No? I thought there was some news on pound this week. I got that on my pound. Yeah, I do. If you turn on trading view events, economic charts right here, we go to pound. Yeah, here, look. GDP, count change. You got some yen news, inflation here as well on pound. So I wonder why that's not on Forex Factory. This next week, 4th of December to 10th. Wait, 10th. Oh, so this is, I don't know why it did that. Okay, so yeah, here it is. Okay. So 11th, okay. Yeah, so Jesus. Okay, so this is next week as well. This is even more insane. Sorry, if we take off CHF, I'm not too worried about CHF. So we got all the pairs that we trade, apply that. This is nuts. We got FOMC. We've got GDP. We've got Bank of England statements. We got CPI for pound, CPI for USD. We got federal funds rate, FOMC, monetary policy, official bank rate on pound, monetary policy statement on euro, unemployment claims. Yeah, this is nuts. Yeah, next week is even more crazy. So we'll see what happens. Obviously, it is coming to the end of the year. That's why we're seeing a lot of these crazy news events in these weeks. So we'll see what happens next week. See if we can catch any trades. But overall, yeah, very happy. So thank you guys for watching. Again, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. And if you want to check out the educational video that I have coming out probably tonight or tomorrow, turn on those bell notifications and you will get notified when I post, because that is a gem, trust me. Because it shows you how to capture trades like this basically, and how to read the market structure to capture these kind of trades, right? So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.